tomorrow morning we're gonna head to Delicate Arch.
There's a lot of different ways to see arches.
There's a lot to do in Moab. Zip line, whitewater rafting. We're right on the Colorado River, so we are really looking forward to exploring and seeing what we can do. We're thinking 2 days here and on to the Grand Canyon.
I think it's really important to have a plan for your day when we're traveling in a place like this. The national parks are not always kid-friendly, so you need to have safety measures, good shoes, you need to have water.
I need some water.
And you need to have bribery material. I know that sounds terrible, but if my 3-year-old wants to jump on a rock that I don't think she should be jumping on, I will bring out the bribery material and say, please get down. Let's go this way.
Moving on to something else fun.
The chocolate chip cup. M&M cup.
Was it scary getting up here?
No.
This time I forgot my carrier for her. She's getting bigger and we were moving and I just forgot it. And that was just kind of a fatal flaw on my part, because I really don't like to go on hikes without her in that carrier. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. It's gonna be a lot of work.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Up at 6 into Arches National Park before the visitor center even opens. It's a glorious morning. It's in the 70s. And we are at Delicate Arch. And we are gonna make this trek and kind of compare it to Mount Major from season 1 in New Hampshire. So we're excited. Hope you are too. Come along for the journey. You ready for this?
That 3-year-old is calling. Come on.
Mercy, if you can climb this, imagine what else you can do.
What are you doing? Okay,
No.
I'm not buying you a new iPhone.
I'm buying me a new body.
you see the arch?
Yes.
Huh?
We want the arch in the
Yes,
back.
I am aware. Thank you.
Just saying.
We're not climbing back up there.
We are at the end of our Arches trek. Our children have left us.
We're on the way down after Delicate Arch and getting out for our photo op. And now the sun is rising and the temperature's going up a little bit. We're in the 80s now, I think.
Yeah.
But we dominated this trail, and Mercy
She
walked
killed it, man.
almost the entire
She conquered.
thing with just one cookie motivation. We did it with 5 kids and scurried out under the arch for some good pics with the boys. It's a little scary at the ledge at the top, but
it's angled inward, and you can absolutely do it. Just take it slow. Delicate Arch is definitely one you can do with kids, and those under 5, totally fine. I've promised them ice cream and swimming today, which is well deserved.
I'm gonna walk more.
Arches National Park is a must-do.
Must do in Moab.
Even if you just drive through,
Yeah,
it's
super awesome.
you can take a 45-minute drive through the park and see almost everything. So Delicate, you have to hike to.
About a 45-minute hike to and from. Go early in the morning before it gets too hot.
Well, we're in the thriving metropolis of Moab. I parked the RV back there at a school. It's been a hot day with hiking, and now that we're into the heat of the day, we thought it best to come across the street to the Moab Aquatic Center. So let's check it out. Even though RVs don't have all the amenities, if you travel full time, it's not that tough to be creative, to find local parks and things that your kids just love, so that you don't have to give them up. You just have to put a little more effort in. And then every now and then you end up with a pool and an aquatic center like this that has an incredible view to boot. So we are enjoying this. Came to Arches National Park for the day, and the people at our campsite told us about Canyonland. And the lady in the office, she goes, "This is like Grand Canyon without the traffic. Just as good." And she wasn't kidding. And Dee scoped out the most amazing picnic spot. You brought lunch? How lucky are we? Look at this. Look at this site. Our RV is parked right there. And we scored this picnic spot at Canyonlands about 30 yards from the edge of the canyon.
White Rim is the place to go for picnics. You got to get there a little bit early, and if you have a rig, you just have to make do because there's only about 10 spots.
Yeah, there's 2 decent spots for big rigs like ours, but the park ranger told her about this location, this overlook, and it really could not have been better. It's already up to about 90 degrees now, but in the shade with the wind, it feels like upper 70s. Even in July, it's perfect.
The most epic picnic spot ever.
Yeah, Canyonland was definitely worth the trip from Arches. Only about 30 miles, and
amazing views.
Yeah, the kids enjoyed it. There's easy hikes in this park. Arches, Delicate Arch was challenging, probably about a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10. But we did it with a 3-year-old, and she loved it. And this park has ones, like
super
just
easy.
half a mile.
Hey, hold my hand.
I dropped a piece of bread.
Stop by the visitor center. They have some great things for kids, some wilderness badges and some informational brochures that they can work through, get their badges. And right now, they're just giving you everything. So as a parent, you can make them work through that, and then they get their badge, which is what we will be doing on the trip back home.
This is totally worth it. A+. So Isaac, was it worth the drive to come see Canyonland?
Definitely. It's
You
beautiful.
like Canyonland better or Arches?
Probably Canyonland, because there's canyons and hikes, and, you know, or trails or whatever, and there's still options here, I think. So it's awesome here.
So Colorado and Utah, with the hiking and a lot of outdoor stuff for a family with 5 children, really highlights multitasking, something you're great at. You've got to have a plan A and a B. So hiking while making lunch, or playground while something like ziplining, or swimming while whitewater rafting. That kind of a thing, so that you don't end up with people feeling excluded. There's no way we're always going to hit a home run for 7 people. So we've got to have a double-edged sword, 2 strategies to try to maximize.
Right. I think especially in this day and age where, even though this is gorgeous, there are times when your children have been overstimulated with electronics, or just traveling, staying in one place after the next. Sometimes they need a chill day, and that's good. Tonight's a chill night. Do you see us? See how quiet this is? This is amazing.
Another key for a win on travel days is having strategies on the rig, because otherwise it just turns into perpetual screen time. So we're attenuating expectations. Hey guys, it's rainy. It's stressful to drive while it's raining. Can you please be quiet? Or this is time for coloring, or this is time for, and to have a stack of rainy day things you can pull out on travel days that isn't just constant movies or games on a screen is really key.
Yeah, you really have to get everybody on your team and get the olders to help you and be on your team, as far as let's everybody color a picture, or let's everybody get together and think of a new name for our rig. They need those team sports. They need those team focuses and something to focus their energy on. And it's okay to lose it every once in a while. As parents, nobody's perfect, and there are times that are stressful. What was that?
Dragonfly.
Dragonfly or a bat? There are times when it's stressful and people lose their cool. We have to give each other some grace and rein it in. Again, we're reminded that, okay, we're traveling again. We're in a tight space. There's going to be noises affect you more, moods affect you more, and just the stress of traveling will make things that had been bubbling underneath the surface come to fruition.
But it's amazing what you can do and how well you can do when you've lost your wallet, or it's raining in the mountains, or whatever the disappointment is that comes along when you expect that. When the slide doesn't work quite right, or you have to call an RV repair person, or name it. If you have all those things in the caches, these are all very likely when we travel. When they pop up, and they will, it's not a day ruiner. You can still keep that day maker attitude and pull yourself out of it and your kids into that joy of travel, even when you're not having the best day.
Yeah, so have a plan, because things usually work better with the plan, but be flexible and be willing to change on a dime. Like last night we were supposed to be in Moab, but we didn't make it until today. So here we are. Thank you for joining us this week. We hope you've enjoyed the way we do it, and maybe that spurs you on to travel and experience it with your family.
We'll see you next week. Bye.